Hello. Hi, Rajiv. Hi, Sriram. For a second, I thought कोई join भी करने वाला है या नहीं आज? Hi, Sriram. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Am I audible? Is my audio, video, everything clear? Hi, Krushika. Hi, Yogesh. How are you? You know, because I'm talking to you guys almost every week now, I feel like I have already started knowing you by names. रागिब is saying 45 minutes के बाद में सब लोग बोलेंगे कि मेरा क्वेश्चन ले लो. That's true. शुरू के I think 5 minutes it takes for everybody to join. Tell me guys, how was your week till the time everybody is joining? How was your week? कैसे uh, results are gonna be next month? मार्च में आएगा शायद, right? Living Journey is saying what will be the topic of discussion for today? So yeah, there are multiple topics in my mind. One of the topic being how to start your journey as a designer and how to excel in it. Along with that, there are definitely many people who have mentioned their questions. If they are here, you can just put their questions again and we can discuss them. Ragiv was saying that he has few questions in my mind. We'll be talking about that. So just give me a heads up. How many of you are aspiring designers, or let's say you are not into a design college yet, you are preparing for design exams? Can you just type, just put your hands or something like that, me or something, so that I'll get a number? So Rajiv is saying, yeah, okay. What about others? Oh, he is saying, okay, he's as well. So, you know, why the reason I'm asking is that based on that, I can channelize my questions and the topics. So, if let's say almost everybody is aspiring designer who are not yet into a design college but preparing for design exams, so for that we'll have certain different topics. For the people who are already design students, for that we'll have other topics. Hi, Brush and Vertex. I forgot your name, Brush and Vertex. Can you just tell me your name? Because I feel that I have started knowing you guys by name because we are meeting almost every week here on Wednesday live. So that's amazing. Akshat, yeah, Akshat. Now I know. Okay, I remember now. Hi, Varun. Okay, so as I can see that most of you are aspiring designers who are preparing for design exams like NID, SEED and all. So we will keep most of the topics targeted to you and your group. So we'll talk about how to, you know, excel into design exams. If you have already given a design exams, what can be done for mains exam? If you are inclined into particular discipline like automotive design sketching or automotive design discipline, then how to pursue that as a career and what can you do in this time so that you know when you are giving that exam so you can excel very easily. So there are, you know, very interesting things which happens behind the scenes. So, you know, whenever I interact, so it's been, I think, close to 10 plus years now. I have been seeing graduates from NID and several other colleges and I have started recognizing few patterns. So, you know, in a glance, I understand that this person is going to get selected in NID or IIT, or he'll have to take some extra efforts and go to a private college and then, you know, hone up their skills. And eventually he or she can become a designer. So I have started recognizing few interesting patterns. So I'll try to share those patterns through this live chat. Uh, Okay, so 10 people are there. Let's wait for another 2, 3 minutes. But till that time, I'll just read out few questions. So Victus is saying, I'm going to pursue industrial design. What do you think about MIT ID for industrial? Okay, we'll be talking about design colleges also. So because I remember now there were a couple of questions related to particular colleges. So, we'll be talking about them also. So, for example, Victor is asking that, do you know what do you think about MIT ID for industrial? So, I think last time also I told MIT is MIT Loni. So now there are three, four MITs. So one is in Loni, which is in Pune. Other one is also in Pune, which is in Kothurud, and the third one is near to Pune. It's in Arandi. So these three colleges are different from each other, even though they sound very similar because they have MIT tag along with them. But MIT Loni is the oldest among all of these colleges. And MIT Loni is one of the oldest private colleges. So, when you are uh, over NID and IITs, so let's say if you gave exam for these colleges, but you couldn't crack for some reason, so then, you can definitely consider MIT because MIT has been there for a long time. I keep going to MIT. There are few negative points about MIT, but every college has negative points. So if you are short of, options like government colleges नहीं है, NID, IITs चले गए, and then you feel that MIT because of the location and everything, it fits into your criteria of selection college. I think MIT is a good college. They have good industry collaborations. Their placements are also quite decent. Uh, I have been to their college multiple times, so their campus is also pretty decent. They have a good culture over there. The only thing is that it's a part of big university, so it is not a very dedicated design college culture, you can say. But having said that, still it is pretty established college. So you can consider. If it helps, no, you make a visit to that college. You can take an appointment and go visit with your, let's say, father or mother or some friend who is a designer and see what kind of feeling you get over there, right? But it's a good college. Akshat is saying, maybe you can talk about the future of transportation in India. Of course, we can talk about future of transportation. There are so many wonderful things happening in transportation design sector. First of all, there are because of this sustainability movement, it's just a matter of time that we are gonna get, shifted from fossil fuels to sustainable fuels like uh, EV is already there, electric vehicles are already there. Then solar energy vehicles, there are vehicles based on hydrogen fuel cells. So all those things are already you know uh, there. There's huge amount of R&D which is happening already. So it's just matter of time. So my prediction is in next 5 to 6 years. So let's say by 2030, we are going to see this sudden transition. So right now, all these sustainable activities are moving like this, and it's slowly increasing. But then, I think 2030 is going to be the time when that adoption will exponentially go up. So I'm very hopeful for that. So that is the big future trend, which is automobile industry is going to see for sure. Along with that, of course, technology, the comfort, the experience, all those disciplines are coming together. It's not just one discipline anymore. So, there are so many other things like, vehicles are becoming smarter, vehicles are becoming experience oriented, they are becoming safer, they are becoming, you know, very controlled. So there are a lot of autonomous vehicles. How many of you know Waymo? It's in USA. It's a autonomous taxi service. It's called as Waymo, and it's already functional. So basically, like Ola and Uber, you can book a cab. That Waymo cab will come, but it is autonomous. It will just come next to you. You can just get in, and you can just see the steering wheel getting turned on its own. completely automatic, right? So all those things are happening. So very hopeful for that future as well. Along with that, China is very bullish on flying cars. So that is one more trend which you can see. So if I have to summarize, what will be the exciting things about transportation design? The future of transportation design is basically the sustainable movement. So EV, hydrogen fuel cells, solar energy, and all those kind of things will pop up. 2030 is a tipping point, I feel. After that, mass adoption of sustainable vehicles will start happening. The second thing is, these autonomous vehicles, taxi services, autonomous driving cars, autonomous trucks, autonomous commercial vehicles, all those things is a big trend. Waymo is the best example of that. And the third one is flying cars. China is pretty bullish on it. So, you can already see like companies like HiFi and all those, they're already creating drone-like looking flying cars. So all those things are very exciting. Okay. Uh, Chathuri, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Chathuri, I guess. Hello, love from Sri Lanka. Nice to see you, brother. Oh, thank you so much. I think you are my first international subscriber. So glad to see. Hi, Chathuri. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Please let me know that. Okay, Varun is saying, sir, I had already given an ID and you said this year. Okay, perfect. I understand that. But your next question is going to be after this, I guess. Okay, Raghib is saying, okay, Raghib has series of questions listed down. We'll answer one by one. Actually, I'm looking at these questions and I feel they are wonderful questions. So, Raghib, first of all, thank you so much for asking these questions. And I think irrespective of whichever phase of designing you are, I think these questions are going to be very, very interesting and valuable for you. So I want your full attention and listen to me very carefully. After the session, you can decide on your own, but listen to me very carefully. So Raghib's first question is, what skill set and ideology does NID expect in the mains exam for the bachelor program? Okay, so I feel that the any sort of designing any sort of design exam is basically looking for four things. Okay, and I call this as a STEP formula. So step, it's very easy to remember. So any college, any project, even if you are a professional designer, and if you are going to get selected into a particular company, if that HR is going to look for something, that's going to be falling under this step formula. Okay, STEP, I'm calling that. So, the first thing is skills. So they want to see. So I'm talking about every sort of selection happening in the design field, be it NID, be it as a professional employee, be it as a professional designer, whatever. So the first thing which they are going to see is your skills. Do you have the necessary required skills or not? So that is the first thing. Second thing is technical know-how. So T. So technical know-how means, do you understand the logic behind these sort of designs? So let's say if you are applying for automobile design, do you understand the functionality of automobiles? Because if you don't understand the functionality, how will you design the form? Because design is all about form following function, right? So you need to have function understanding, then only you can develop and design a form around it. So, first is skill, second one is technical know-how, the third one is E, which is execution, right? So, if you know these things, like if you have skills and if you have technical know-how, then are you able to execute these two things into a particular problem? So again, going back to a product design problem, let's say automobile design. So आपको कार स्केचिंग करना बहुत अच्छे से आता है, आपको कार कैसे फंक्शन करती है ये भी अच्छे से आती है, बट आप इन दोनों का अंडरस्टैंडिंग मिला के आर यू एबल टू डिजाइन अ कार, आर यू एबल टू एग्जीक्यूट दैट पर्टिकुलर डिजाइन, is what they want to see. So skill, technical know-how, execution, and the fourth one, which is very important, which is passion. P for passion. So, passion meaning, there are so many people with good skills, with good knowledge of technical know-how. They also understand how to execute these kind of things, but they lack passion. So, when I talk about passion, no, passion is basically your burning curiosity to understand product. Because when you have passion, you will you will take extra effort to keep exploring about that particular product which you have selected. You will keep benchmarking. You will keep seeing new technologies and new things which are happening. You will keep seeing what was done before. So, history, present, what will be the future, trend forecasting, all those things you will do only when you are truly passionate about that particular field. Because अगर आपको किसी ने जॉब दे दिया and if you are not passionate enough, you will be like कि अभी तो जॉब मिल गया, अभी मैं क्यों इतना एफर्ट्स लूं, घर जाके भी मैं क्यों ऑटोमोटिव जर्नल्स पढूं, right? And that's why they are looking for passion. So if I have to summarize again, so every college, every design panel, every jury, every HR is looking for these four qualities in a designer, in an aspiring designer. S for skill, T for technical know-how, E for execution capability, and fourth one, P for passion. Okay, I hope this gives you a good clarity. It's very easy to remember. Step formula ऐसे बोल दो आप तो आपको याद रहेगा. Okay, Raghiv's second question is, what do jury members look for while interviewing candidates for NID masters? Okay, so first one was bachelor, second one was masters. I think let's talk about कि उनका सिलेक्शन क्राइटेरिया बैचलर्स के लिए और मास्टर्स के लिए क्या होता है. सो बैचलर के लिए यू आर your age group will be around 18, 19 year old, that kind of age bracket. So they are looking for this enthusiasm around design. They are looking for that raw passion and energy, because they want to hire someone who can create that exciting products and bring their college legacy forward, take it forward. So that's why they are looking for that raw excitement around design. They are definitely looking for all the things which we talked about: skill, technical know-how, execution capability, and passion, of course. When it comes to masters may you have already done 4 years of graduation. So then they are expecting certain level of maturity. For example, अगर engineering करके कोई बंदा आ रहा है and then he is going into a product design sector. So from them, the jury is expecting a good understanding of how functionality works, a good understanding of how engineering of a particular product works. They are not only looking for your energy or skills or excitement. They are looking for your holistic understanding because you are joining as a master's master students, right? So that is the core difference. Coming to his third question, okay, so what should I do if I start from scratch now? A complete roadmap for automobile design industry. Okay, so rather than just sticking to automobile design industry, I'll talk in a generic sense. So whichever design field you have chosen, okay, if you are starting from scratch, and if I have to give you a good roadmap for your, designer journey, so let's go step by step. Okay, the first step would be you need to understand which everything about your discipline. Okay, let's say if you have chosen graphic design. So graphic design होता क्या है? Graphic design में क्या क्या चीजें आती हैं? Website designing, UI UX designing, poster designing, all those things. So first, you need to develop the understanding of what is your chosen discipline. So that is the first step. Now, once you are clear about that step, and if after studying all that, if you feel that, okay, this is what I really want to do, then you will go to the next step, which is you will look for what kind of colleges are there. Okay. सो ग्राफिक डिजाइन के लिए बेस्ट कॉलेजेस कौन कौन से हैं वो देखना शुरू कर दो. उसके लिए मैंने एक गाइड का वीडियो भी बनाया था, how you can choose or select particular colleges. But if you go on Google also, you will get good colleges and start going on their websites. Okay, one by one, when you go to their websites, start reading almost everything given under the umbrella of that particular discipline. In this case, which is graphic design. So you will study what kind of things which will happen, what kind of syllabus they have, what kind of students or alumni they have, their projects will be given there, what kind of opportunities they are getting, all those things you will get a good overview. After that, you will try to find out their question papers, जो last year previous year question papers जो होते हैं, you try to look for that. Now, once you have this background of graphic designing clear in your mind, then when you have, let's say, at least 10, 15 college websites visited, I am considering after the second step, you have a fair understanding of what graphic design is and what kind of colleges are feeling more appealing to you. Okay, so select like 4, 5 colleges of that. So third step will be you will take those 5 colleges, you will start looking for previous year question papers of that particular discipline of those particular colleges, and after that you will go through all the question papers and try to get an understanding what kind of skills they are looking for. Clear? So this will be the next step. Look at the skills which they are looking for. The next step would be to list down all those skills very clearly. Here, what you need to do is you need to hone up those skills. So first of all, let's say अगर आपने 5 skills list down कर ली, उसमें से sketching एक skills है, और sketching में every skill you have to basically understand where exactly you stand. Are you good at it? Are you weak at it? Are you strong at it? Everything you need to discuss with yourself. And then once you understand if you are good or bad with those skills, you need to start taking efforts like practice all those skills so that you can improve those skills and become good at all those things. Okay. Now, after this point will come clearing the exam. So एग्जाम क्लियर करने से पहले आप प्रिपरेशन करोगे, स्किल्स इंप्रूव करोगे, प्रैक्टिस करोगे, मॉक टेस्ट दोगे, उसके बाद में जाके एग्जाम दोगे। जो 5 कॉलेजेस आपने सिलेक्ट किए हैं, उसमें से एक कॉलेज में आपका सिलेक्शन होगा। Once you get selected, you need to carry over that step formula which we discussed in the first question. Skills, technical know-how, execution capability, and passion. All those 4 fronts, you will have to keep taking efforts till the time you are willing to pursue this field of designing. Okay. So lifelong. Even now, I practice those things. So once you enter the college, you'll have to make sure that you are you know, excelling in every front, every project, every skill, whatever the mentors are going to teach you. You will also keep exploring what kind of things you want to do, what kind of skills you want to acquire, what kind of particular discipline you want to follow, as a career path. All those things you will do in those 4 years of college. Once you are there, then you will give your best shot at cracking your dream jobs of dream companies, and then let's hope that you get a dream job. Then it's just matter of time. You will know all the next steps. Unfortunately, if you don't get a job by then in those 4 years or 2 years of college, you need to figure out what can be the other options. Like, plan A will be go and work for your dream company. But then plan B, what will be that? What will that be? So plan B can be start your own firm. Plan B can be start freelancing. Plan B can be go and join some college as an assistant faculty. Plan B can be, those kind of things. You need to explore all these things when you are in college. And if you don't get the job, then you will have these plans ready. And in those 4 years of college, you will have to keep working on all those plan Bs, whichever you feel is valid for your own self. Okay. So this is how a basic roadmap of a designer will look like. I hope you have like, irrespective of the discipline, it's gonna be more or less similar. Okay. Okay. Ragib's last question is, which college should we go if we have low budget under 12 lakh? Okay, 12 lakh में I think the first choice. So if you have a very tight budget for college, I think the first choice or the first option for you will be apply for government colleges. So government colleges में आते हैं IITs, which are very cheap, which are very reasonable. And if you are in IIT, you can also you can also get an opportunity to be a research assistant or teacher assistant, and there you will get a stipend every month. So I think अभी मुझे exactly नहीं पता है, but I think 60-70 thousand ऐसा कुछ फी हुआ करता था, अभी शायद 1 लाख होगा. Okay, not more than that. So 1 lakh every year. So if you are doing UG, 4 lakh आपका total fee होगा. If you get TA or RA, okay, then you will get stipend which will be minimum 20 to 25,000 every month. So, if you are spending 1 lakh, you will end up earning 12 into 20. So you will end up earning when you are at an IIT. Okay, so that should be your first option. Second option could be NID. Even though NID is expensive, I think NID is gonna cost you somewhere around that 12 lakh only uh, for 4 years. Or if you are going for masters, then it will cost you around 7-8 lakhs, I guess. Um, Over there, you can take education loan. NID being a recognized college, government college, you will get education loan very easily. If IIT and NID में आपका selection नहीं होता है, then the next option could be NIFT. Okay, if your chosen discipline is available at NIFT, आप NIFT भी consider कर सकते हो. अगर इन तीनों में भी नहीं होता है, then private colleges में आपका खर्चा ज्यादा होने वाला है. तो उसके लिए you will have to figure out finances and you will have to figure out how you are going to manage certain amount by taking an education loan and certain amount by paying yourself. तो वो आपको थोड़ा सा figure out करना पड़ेगा. Okay. Yogesh is asking, sir, when will we get selected for interview and portfolio round? Do we get a hostel room in NID or we have to book a room in some hotel? Actually, NID used to offer hostel rooms, but अभी शायद ज्यादा डिमांड हो गई है इसलिए नाउ दे डोंट ऑफर हॉस्टल रूम यू विल हैव टू take a room nearby. uh, yeah, that's unfortunate, but yeah, I think you will have to go there. But NIT और IIT दोनों के पास ना आसपास ना बहुत सारे ऐसे चीप होटल्स हैं. So let's say 2.53K maximum तक आपको पर नाइट के हिसाब से रूम मिल जाना चाहिए. इफ यू आर गोइंग विद योर फादर और मदर और समवन, so it's better to stay in like 2-3 thousand decent hotel. So that should be fine. Okay, Victor is saying thank you. I'm glad it helped. Artquick is asking, sir, you said you will talk about design problems faced by armed forces. Okay, last time we couldn't cover your question. Definitely. So armed forces, no, it's a huge field in itself. Okay. So armed forces may there are so many problems and it's a wonderful time to be alive because India is becoming independent and they started to look for Indian designers only. पहले ऐसा था कि वो आउटसोर्स करते थे बाहर से. So armed forces में क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स होती है? Let's start with the mobility related problems. आपने अगर आर्म फोर्सेस के कॉन्वॉयज देखे हैं, तो आपको मिलिट्री व्हीकल्स एकदम अलग से दिखाते हैं, राइट? बिकॉज दे आर मेंट फॉर अ वेरी टफ rugged condition. They are built very rugged. They can face battles, they can face, artillery and all those, gunfires and all those things. So they have a particular requirement. So when you are designing those vehicles for armed forces, then you need to be worried, like then you need to be aware of all those problems. तो उनके लिए आपको डिजाइन करना है. ओके, फर्स्ट थिंग. तो व्हीकल्स आर्म्ड व्हीकल्स में तो बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटी है, बी इट ट्रक्स, बी इट मोटरसाइकिल्स, बी इट एम्बुलेंसेस, बी इट पेट्रोलिंग व्हीकल्स. देन of course there are fighter jets and all. Right now we don't have a lot of fighter jet companies in India, but of course designing happens there also. Cockpit designing, then mobility को साइड में रखने के बाद then there are apparel designing is becoming one more area to explore. The kind of camo pattern they need to have, the kind of materials and texture it need to have, so that in those harsh conditions when they are physically so active, uh, the the fabric can function properly. uh, all those things are happening. The kind of accessories they are carrying, the bags, the gloves, the headgears, all those things are also designed, right? So right now this all field is very technical dominated. So most of the engineers are only doing these things, but slowly the importance of design and significance of designers is rising in India, and that's why they have started, entertaining design. So, and their first approach, like how to get this design consultancy for their projects. Now they have started approaching all the government colleges. So if you go to IITs, if you go to NITs, you will see that there are these ongoing projects which are related to government agencies. Like for example, armed forces के लिए, Indian Air Force के लिए, uh, Indian Marine Force के लिए, there are projects which are happening. So आप एक बार college में जाओगे तो you can start looking for these things if you are interested. You will get, and if you are a TA or RA, there's a high chance that you will get one of these projects. अभी ये टॉपिक हम लोग डिस्कस कर ही रहे हैं तो it's not just limited to armed forces. NID is working with ISRO to build the costumes for astronauts, the kind of, things they are handling. All those things are also happening. So it's a wonderful time, right? So NID में कुछ projects हो रहे हैं. There are faculties who are working on these kind of projects, and they are looking for students like you who are interested into these kind of problem solving. So if you are one, there is sky's the limit. Like there are so many projects which are happening, right? I hope I answered your question, Artwik. Varun is asking, Acha, uh, just let me know if everything is clear, audible, visible. Can you just give me a heads up? I can see heart symbol popping up here. Can you just throw me a like so I can see that things are going well here? Just like this live stream or something like that. Because I'm seeing the heart popping out here. Okay, 100 heart. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. So thank you so much. So the next one, Varun is asking, Sir, VIT Vellore has also a design department. Is this good for design or not? So honestly, VIT Vellore में मैं खुद कभी गया नहीं हूँ. Okay, but I have heard about that college, and VIT Vellore is a very reputed sort of a university in itself. So उनका एक brand value आता है. Okay, and I have heard few stories. So it's a decent college. It's expensive. I have heard. Please एक बार check कर लेना. I might be wrong also. But the kind of facilities they have, the kind of faculties they have, the kind of visiting faculties they are getting, I think they are doing good. So एक बार उनकी website check कर लेना. I think they are on a good path. So if you are considering it, make sure that you visit that college and get a fair understanding of it. Okay. आई थिंक बहुत ज्यादा पीछे चल रहा हूँ मैं क्वेश्चंस के लिए क्योंकि राइट नाउ वेमो के लिए अक्षित वाज टाइपिंग दैट आई गेस इट्स अ आरसी कैब. नो इट्स नॉट अ आई डोंट थिंक इट्स अ आरसी कैब, remote controlled cab. It's a basically autonomous cab, so it will read your destination, it will uh, get the navigation, and then it will just follow, and they have all the things uh, taken care, like how to autonomously. Actually, autonomous driving has been there. Tesla autonomous cars were there, but now the regulation is sort of supporting it. So इसलिए वो mainstream होते जा रहे हैं. Varun is asking, sir, what's your opinion on taxi car? When a customer buy a small car which is already used in Ola or Uber, that will create a bad impact on customer? That is a very good question, and it happens because this happened to Indica. So if you remember Tata Indica, even now it's one of the favorite option for taxi services, right? So जब भी कोई पर्सनल कार लेना चाहता था तो वो नहीं लेते थे. So इसके लिए ना मतलब I was actually in Tata when Indica and Nano, all these kind of projects were happening. So I remember it's a very sensitive topic, but how you can deal with it is that you can create a taxi oriented color scheme and accessories and things like that. And you need to make sure that there are certain colors or certain accessories which you can get only if you are buying it for your own use. So, even if you are considering that car for your own family purpose, then you will not feel that you are owning a taxi because of the color or because of some shape, because of some accessories, things like that. So I think uh, it's sensitive. Definitely it happens. It is popular. Like for example, Wagoner nowadays. It's a popular taxi option. So whenever somebody is going to get a car for himself, थोड़ा सा reluctant हो जाता है. So companies need to play it smartly, I feel. Adi, Adi, Aditya. Yeah. Aditya is asking, please guide study material for UCID 2026. So एक्चुअली आई हैव क्रिएटेड कपल ऑफ गाइड बुक्स एक सेल्फ स्टडी गाइड बुक था आप मेरे इंस्टाग्राम के रील पे जाके देखोगे तो आई थिंक दो तीन रील पुरानी एक रील है जिसमें आई हैव प्रोवाइडेड अ गाइड बुक सेल्फ प्रिपरेशन गाइड हाउ यू कैन स्टार्ट डूइंग इट ऑन योर ओन वो हेल्पफुल है ऑन टॉप ऑफ इट देर आर मेनी वीडियोज ऑन अवर चैनल यू कैन स्टार्ट लुकिंग फॉर दैट along with that, after this particular NID results and everything gets over, we'll be starting a mentorship crash course kind of a thing. So it will happen for 3 months. It will be a paid course, but we'll be taking a very handful students who are like really passionate and all. So we'll be announcing that somewhere in May, around that time, April or May, around that time. So if you're looking for next year, you can just wait. I'll put it on my story, YouTube, everywhere. Okay. Varun is asking, according to me, there is different car design company for taxi. Sometimes there is different car companies, sometimes Tata, Suzuki, these companies are also making cars which are being, very popularly used as taxis. So सब कुछ होता है मतलब now there's so much demand कि हर एक के लिए कुछ ना कुछ available ही है. Vitansh is asking what to do for excelling in transportation design. Some colleges have transport design for BDES itself, while some offer transportation design at MDES. As an upgrade, what path should we choose? As an undergrad, okay. If you are very clear that automotive design is something you need to follow, you want to do, then go ahead with the undergrad option transportation design. If you are not clear, then you can select something which is very universal like product design or industrial design. If you are getting a transportation design at some private college, and if you are getting a product design at NID or IDC, right, which are very high in the ranking, I would say go with a better known college, right? Because sometimes the tag of NID or IIT also helps. And when you are inside these colleges, no, you are free to explore in other disciplines. So even if you have joined as a product designer guy, you are always be free to attend transportation design classes. So if you have this option that NID product design or private college transportation design, I would say go for NID product design. Okay. Victus is saying, I have heard NID do fund projects and businesses related to design. Of course, can you explain who and how they choose and how can our project can be funded? Okay, so Victus, it is basically so every college has this something called as incubation center. So what they're looking for is students with amazing projects for a potential future business potential. So these kind of projects, they are also looking to fund because every college, every government entity, they have certain funds reserved to support student activities, right? So they are looking for such exciting projects. So उसको बोलते हैं incubation center. So you need to first go and check who is there into this your college ka incubation center, what kind of projects they are looking for, what kind of projects they have funded already. Basically, when exactly a particular project gets funded is when they see a really good potential in a particular project. For example, NIT के 3 स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिन्होंने एक शू कंपनी स्टार्ट की विच इज कॉल्ड एज अर्दन ट्यून्स उनका पॉडकास्ट भी है हमारे चैनल पे सो अर्दन ट्यून्स का फंडा ये था कि उन्होंने फार्मर्स के लिए शूज बनाए थे यूजिंग अ मटेरियल which is easily available in villages. Okay, which is waterproof, water resistant, which is very comfortable, which is, sweat absorbing characteristics are there. So now this is something very unique, very innovative, and there is so much demand in the village farming industry. फॉर सच काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट। ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स को फंडिंग इजीली मिल जाती है। इफ यू हैव अमेजिंग प्रोडक्ट बट देन देयर इज नो मार्केट, ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स को फंडिंग मिलना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है, राइट? सो आई होप आई आंसर्ड योर क्वेश्चन। Samiksha is asking, can I do MDes after applied arts since there are no good design colleges in my city? Planning to do applied arts, then try to do MDes. I need your guidance. Of course, it is possible. Okay, there are few colleges though, which uh, don't allow art background. But in NID and all, I think as long as far as I remember, art background से लोग NID में आ सकते हैं MDes के लिए. Uh, but if your only concern is city, I would say थोड़ा सा सोच समझ के डिसीजन लेना, because that particular city doesn't have डिजाइनिंग। इसलिए अगर आप आर्ट करने जाओगे और पता चला कि आर्ट आपको इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, आपके लिए बहुत डिफिकल्ट जा रहा है, तो यू विल फील एज इफ यू आर वेस्टिंग ऑल दोस 4 years विच कुड हैव बीन वेरी अमेजिंग इफ यू हैव गॉन इनटू डिजाइनिंग, राइट? तो थोड़ा सा वो एक कॉन्शियस कॉल ले लेना। पहले तो आप सोचो कि आपको सच में सिटी का इतना बड़ा कंस्ट्रेंट है क्या कि आपको इसी सिटी में रहना है। अगर रहता है तो देन सोचो कि आर्ट्स करने से आपको ज्यादा फ्रस्ट्रेशन तो नहीं हो जाएगा। आर्ट आपको पसंद है या जस्ट मजबूरी के नाम पे आप कर रहे हो? क्योंकि मजबूरी करके करोगे ना, दिस इज अ क्रिएटिव फील्ड, यहाँ पे आप बहुत जल्दी फ्रस्ट्रेट हो जाओगे। एंड फ्रस्ट्रेशन हो जाएगा तो आपके स्कोर अच्छे नहीं रहेंगे, यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू प्रिपेयर बेटर फॉर योर मास्टर्स एग्जाम। सो ये सब एक विशियस सर्कल बन जाएगा एंड देन यू विल गेट इवन मोर फ्रस्ट्रेटेड एंड डिप्रेस्ड। तो ये सब थोड़ा सा सोच समझ के लेना। If I have to tell you something, I would say first make a clear decision whether you want to do arts or designing. If you see arts as your preference, then stay in your city and do arts. If you feel that design is your preference, then think about it. Can you go to some other city which is probably closer to your city? Uh, you know, and then you can think of doing design over there, right? Okay. Next question, Victus. If I have a product ready for the market, then how can I get funded? So, as I said, you have to approach to the incubation center. उनको उनके पास पूरा उनका structured वो रहता है format कि कैसे आपको funding मिलने के लिए क्या क्या चाहिए होता है. If you fit into all those things, they will only guide you. Once you reach there, in your incubation center, they will only guide you because they are also looking for interesting projects, right? Faizan is asking, sir, as the host of the design podcast, you have interacted with various design professionals. How have these conversations influenced your perspective on design education and mentorship? And there is another question. And also, what common misconceptions do design students have about the industry, and how can they better prepare for the real world challenges? Like if I talk about my design NIFT journey. Okay. So very valid and important question. First of all, whenever I talk to designers from like after shooting, 40 plus episodes for the design podcast, one thing is very clear that one or two failures in your design journey is not going to define your success in the longer run. ओके, सो कुछ लोगों को एनआईडी नहीं मिलता तो दे फील कि अरे यार बहुत बड़ा लॉस हो गया, बहुत बड़ा फेलियर हो गया। आई हैव मेट डिजाइनर्स फ्रॉम वेरी स्मॉल कॉलेजेस जिन्होंने अमेजिंग काम किए, दे आर वेरी सक्सेसफुल इन टुडेज टाइम। सो small successes like this, or losing in some competition, or not getting some opportunity, all those things are not gonna matter in the long run. Okay, what what's gonna matter the most is योर हार्ड वर्क एंड कंसिस्टेंसी। तो बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे होते हैं कि जिनके फेजेस आते हैं कि आज मेरे को बहुत मजा आ रहा है डिजाइन करने में, तो आज मैं बहुत स्केचिंग करूंगा, उसके बाद में महीना भर में छोड़ दूंगा। ऐसे लोग बहुत, इनको डिफिकल्ट जाता है कि लॉन्ग रन में इनको सक्सेसफुल होना। पीपल हु आर हार्ड वर्किंग, पीपल हु आर सिंसियर, एंड पीपल हु आर कमिटेड एंड कंसिस्टेंट ऑलमोस्ट एवरी डे, These are the people who will end up getting successful, and these are the kind of people I have, you know, hosted on my design podcast. So I feel uh, these kind of things are more important. One or two failures are not going to define anything for you. Coming to design education, I feel design education is very different from other disciplines like मेडिकल और इंजीनियरिंग जहाँ पे आपको पढ़ाया जाता है. डिजाइन में ऐसा है ना कि स्टूडेंट के पर्सनल एटीट्यूड पे डिपेंड करेगा कि वो कितना पढ़ेगा या कितना समझेगा, कितना इम्प्रूव होगा एज अ डिजाइनर, राइट? सो आपको ये फिगर आउट करना पड़ेगा कि आप उतना अ, आप में उतनी persistent, committed और consistency है क्या? The guys who are eventually becoming successful, these are the guys who are, uh, you know, who are very dedicated. So, so you need to think about those things. Like जो भी आप कर रहे हो कॉलेज में, उसको आप कैसे चैनलाइज करके फाइनली एक कलेक्टिव चीज आप कर सकते हो, उस पे थोड़ा सा आपको करना चाहिए. एंड द गाइज हु आर मेकिंग इट बिग इन देयर करियर्स, दे आर द पीपल हु कैन सी a longer term vision. Like for example, when I interviewed Pratap was always clear that he wanted to work for a design company in India and change the outlook of Indian company, like the way companies pursue or the world pursues Indian design, he wanted to change that. And then he started taking actions into that direction, and then eventually he is there. You know, he has been awarded Designer of the Decade recently. So it was just a matter of time. So people who make it big are the people who are very energetic about design as a field altogether. They are just committed, they are just working hard every day, not because somebody has told them, because they truly enjoy and love the discipline they work, right? So these are the kind of things which are very important in design education. So design वर्ल्ड में आपको कोई पढ़ाता नहीं है. सो आप जितना आप खुद से जितना आप खुद से सीखोगे, जितना आप खुद से एक्सप्लोर करोगे, उतना आप जल्दी ग्रो करोगे. इसीलिए मेडिकल और इंजीनियरिंग से डिजाइनिंग थोड़ा सा अलग है. इसीलिए मास्टर्स में जब कोई डिजाइनर बन के आता है ना इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड से, तो उसको वो कॉन्टेम्पलेट करने में ही टाइम जाता है कि पढ़ाई कैसे करनी है. बिकॉज क्लासेस आर वेरी कैजुअल, अटेंडेंस इज वेरी कैजुअल, एंड देन कोई ढंग से पढ़ा नहीं रहा है, देन इसमें कैसे ग्रो करें. तो आपको खुद से प्रोएक्टिव एक्शंस लेनी पड़ेगी. आपको फिगर आउट करना पड़ेगा कि कैसे करना है. तो ये प्रोएक्टिव जो है ना, प्रोएक्टिव नेचर, ये बहुत हेल्प करेगा आपको. Coming to your second question, the common misunderstandings or misconception in the design college about the real world scenario is that सबको लगता है कि सिर्फ sketching ही जरूरी होता है. That is one of the biggest misconception in the design colleges कि आप एकदम amazing sketches करो, आपका सिलेक्शन हो जाएगा अच्छी अच्छी कंपनीज में. But unfortunately, ये सच नहीं है. In fact, there are many students who are excellent in sketching, who are very popular in their college times. They struggled to get a good job in the end क्योंकि वो सिर्फ स्केचिंग इंप्रूव करते रहे, बाकी स्किल्स उन्होंने कभी ध्यान ही नहीं दिया. बाकी स्किल्स मतलब आपका कम्युनिकेशन होना चाहिए, आपकी टीम यू नो टीम में काम करने की एक नियत या एटीट्यूड होना चाहिए. आप अगर बहुत अच्छा काम करते हो बट आप अकेले ही काम कर सकते हो, किसी के भी साथ आपका जमता नहीं है, then you are a very difficult person to handle, and in a company it's always a group work, right? तो रियल वर्ल्ड में एक ग्रुप टीम एक्टिविटी चलती है जहाँ पे आपका पर्सनल एजेंडा नहीं काम आएगा. People who understand a bigger vision than just pushing their own sketch will end up making it better and bigger. तो कॉलेज में जो ये टिपिकल फेमस पॉपुलर स्टूडेंट्स जो होते हैं जिनका काम बहुत अच्छा है, जिनको बहुत सेलिब्रेट किया जाता है, जिनमें एक अलग लेवल का एरोगेंस बिल्ड हो जाता है, ऐसे लोगों का इंडस्ट्री में जाके बहुत डिफिकल्टी आती है क्योंकि again, because it's a team, and nobody would like to spoil their own culture just because somebody with a little better sketching skill is available over there. In companies, people always prefer who are very sincere. who are very easy to work with, who are very easy to communicate with, and who understand the bigger vision of the company. All those guys have a better chance at doing better in these companies. So ये सबसे बड़ा misconception लगता है. Let's go to other questions. Sneha is asking, सर एनआईटी के नेक्स्ट राउंड में क्या के लिए पोर्टफोलियो नेसेसरी होता है क्या? ये ना बहुत चेंज होता है हमेशा. जहां तक मुझे याद है यूजी के लिए दे डोंट आस्क फॉर पोर्टफोलियो, बट पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन के लिए दे आस्क फॉर पोर्टफोलियो. ठीक है, तो पर वो हर साल चेंज होते रहता है, तो यू विल हैव टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड. सो वरुण इज आस्किंग सर इज डूइंग एमडेस वर्क और बीडेस. नहीं, दोनों ठीक है, आपके जर्नी पे डिपेंड करता है. आई थिंक अगर आप बैचलर्स कर रहे हो तो आपको मास्टर्स भी कर लेना चाहिए, क्योंकि आप ग्रो हो रहे हो एज अ डिजाइनर, आपकी पर्सनैलिटी बेटर हो रही है, तो मास्टर्स हमेशा हेल्प करते हैं. ग्रेजुएशन में आपके पास ऑप्शन है, तो आपको हेल्प करेगा कि जल्दी ही आपको डिजाइन का पूरा बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग आ जाएगा. सो यू विल नॉट वेस्ट स्टडिंग समथिंग विच इज नॉट रिलेवेंट, राइट? सो दोनों अपने अपने जगह पे सही है. से सभी वेरी सेकंड savvy very second, I think. Bhaiya, what about DTU? DTU is Delhi University. Can you just tell me the long form? It DTU is what? Till then, we'll take the another question. Akshay is asking, sir, are there any scholarship for students, especially for those under PWD? PWD is what exactly? Can you just tell me PWD? Sneha is asking, till that time we'll take another question. Sneha is asking, क्या एनआईडी और निफ्ट इंटरव्यू राउंड कंडक्ट करता है सिलेक्शन के लिए, या सब पहले होता है? नहीं नहीं नहीं, इंटरव्यू राउंड तक. सी, स्टूडियो टेस्ट और इंटरव्यू राउंड में ही आपका फाइनल सिलेक्शन होता है, और वो आपका परफॉर्मेंस बहुत मैटर करता है. ठीक है, तो इसलिए इसलिए वो जरूरी है. ओके, देयर आर सम. Okay, some questions are being asked here. I'll just come to them, but we'll just finish all these previous questions. Faizan is asking, sir, is it new Hero Extreme designed by Akshit Dhiman? Which, yes, as far as I remember, it is done by Akshit Dhiman. Yes, yes. But now he's no more in Hero. He has moved to Italy and he's working for a firm called as Technicon. But yeah, it's his design. CI is asking 12 marks matter in design or not? No, no, it doesn't matter. I think they have a particular criteria कि 60% plus होने चाहिए, 70% plus होने चाहिए, something like that. But other than that, there is no criteria. It doesn't play any role. Your work, your passion, that step formula, skill, technical know-how, execution capability, and passion, all those things are more important than your 12th mark sheet. Faizan is asking, sir, I wanted to ask about research, like while designing your Pulsar NS 400, is it very high research behind your design, and how is it useful? It is necessary to design something. Research is very, very important. Of course, research is very important because you need to understand the breadth of the market. You need to understand what is selling more, what is the expectation of the customer. Then only you will end up providing something which will become successful. कई बार क्या होता है ना कि looking at social media comments and all, we feel कि this is a bad product or this is a good product or something like that. But most of the time, the real customer who is finally going to the showroom and buying a motorcycle is very different. So उसकी साइकी समझने के लिए रिसर्च करना बहुत जरूरी है. So we go to market, we study the consumer behavior, we ask them questions, we understand the kind of problems they are facing, the kind of good things they are facing, competition, parallel products, what kind of mentality they have while selecting a particular motorcycle out of all the presented options. All those things come under research, and it is very, very important. Raghib is asking, most of the time, no. Okay. Khushi is asking, sir, what's your opinion on MIT for BDES? Also, there is MIT in Pune and one in Indore. So, how much different does the location make? So, actually, location doesn't make any difference, but in colleges, the reputation makes a big difference. So, MIT Loni, which is in Pune, it is the oldest. Okay, MIT में तीन colleges है. That's what I said. MIT Loni is there, MIT Kothurud is there, and MIT R&D is there. So MIT Loni is the oldest, and it is like the main MIT, and that is good. Okay, MIT Kothurud, MIT R&D, they are very new, so I'm not sure about them. MIT Indore is another story. Actually, next week I'll be going to MIT Indore over there. So I'll let you know how that college feels like. But these are all new colleges. So I feel if you have to choose one MIT, it should be MIT Loni. Loni Carbo, that's what they say. Okay. So go to their website and you will understand. So MIT is good. Raghib is asking, Sakib, you told us about WhatsApp group. Okay, it's a very important question. Last time we talked about WhatsApp group. So what I was talking to Raghib also. So I need at least 2 to 3 community leaders who volunteers basically who can become community admin who can manage our WhatsApp group. So, as I said last time also, WhatsApp group, whenever I'll make it, I will make sure that it is becoming a very nice platform which will provide a good amount of value to all you guys. So, इसलिए I don't want to rush into it. So, Raghib is already there. I have asked him if there are any other volunteers, please approach me on Instagram. Okay, and or you can just comment here also, and we'll get talking. So I need at least 2 more volunteers. So what plan is? So basically, we'll make a WhatsApp group. There will be 3 admins which will have separate roles, and this group will use it for sharing our own experiences, sharing the market news, whatever is happening. We'll have one-to-one. It will be a platform where we all can network and connect with each other very well. At the same time, I keep getting a lot of opportunity requests and things like that. So I'll keep sharing those things also. So this will be a small job portal for you. This will also be a very good, information sort of a group where I'll be able to, I can give if I feel like sharing some knowledge or something which I have already seen, but I cannot create a content on it. So this will become that, secret group of ours where we'll share all those things, right? So Raghib is already there. Just tell me if there are like couple of more volunteers and we can create that WhatsApp group. Uh, okay, Mosam is asking if you could give one advice to keep in mind while appearing for NID mains, what would it be? Uh, I would say be present completely. Like, what do I mean by that is your presence of mind is very important in that time. कई बार क्या होता है ना कि when you are there for means, students end up panicking. सो पैनिक करके ना आप आपका पूरा कचरा कर दोगे काम का। तो इसीलिए आपको वहां पे बहुत काम कंपोज्ड वे में अप्रोच करना है। सो योर मेंटल स्टेट मैटर्स अ लॉट एंड व्हेन योर मेंटल स्टेट इज राइट नो यू विल not make any stupid mistakes. So if I have to give one advice, no, I'll say avoid stupid mistakes. For example, many a times in panic mode, you will read question and you will start approaching the question in your own way. पूरा खत्म करने के बाद में you will realize कि क्वेश्चन में कुछ और ही पूछा था, and that will be the biggest blunder. So I will say during NID mains, it's your presence of mind. There is no particular preparation which will help you क्योंकि आपका जो भी हैंड्स ऑन एक्सपीरियंस है, आपका जो भी किया हुआ काम है अभी तक का, वो सब कलेक्टिवली उन प्रोजेक्ट्स पे उन प्रॉब्लम से तो आपको इम्प्लीमेंट करना है, एग्जीक्यूट करना है। तो इसलिए आपको काम कंपोस्ट रहना है और जितना हो सकता है उतना प्रेजेंट रहना है उस मोमेंट में ताकि कोई स्टूपिड मिस्टेक ना हो। Okay, Neeta is asking what is the right exam to get into B bachelor's in design. So there are 2 major exams. So NID is there and then UCID is there. Okay, so go ahead on these websites and you will know. Faizan is asking, thank you so much for explaining in a very well manner. I understand, sir, but I have good skills, but I feel I'm not consistent. So consistency is very important. Okay, this is a very common problem with a lot of creative people that we don't have that consistency, but consistency बहुत जरूरी है, right? तो वो कर लो तो then it will be it will be a cakewalk for you. Neeta is asking automobile designing or mechanical engineering in design, which will be helpful. See, automobile designing and mechanical engineering design is a different, these two are very different from each other, right? ऑटोमोबाइल डिजाइन इज अ क्रिएटिव फील्ड, मतलब दोनों क्रिएटिव है, दोनों में अलग अलग लेवल की क्रिएटिव चीजें आती है, बट ऑटोमोबाइल डिजाइन needs to have creative skills like sketching, understanding of the form, the sensitivity towards proportions and volumes, those kind of things. तो इसी के लिए अगर एनआईटी का एक एग्जाम देखोगे आप तो उसमें स्केचिंग रिलेटेड बहुत क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, जनरल अवेयरनेस रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, आपकी ऑब्जर्वेशन स्किल्स टेस्ट की जाती है, आपको फॉर्मूलाज की जरूरत नहीं होती है, बट आपको एक फॉर्म सेंसिटिविटी है कि नहीं, एक वॉल्यूम प्रोपोर्शन सेंसिटिविटी है कि नहीं, वो सारी चीजें टेस्ट की जाती है। वेरएज इंजीनियरिंग डिजाइन में ये थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल हो जाता है, जहाँ पे आपको इंजीनियरिंग करना है, जहाँ पे आपको फॉर्मूलाज पता होने चाहिए, आपको एनालिसिस करने हैं, आपको टेस्टिंग करनी है, आपको strength figure out करना है and all those things. You will not define or design the shape of these things. So form follows function. तो functionality मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग डिजाइन में होता है, फॉर्म जो आता है वो ऑटोमोबाइल डिजाइनिंग में आता है। I hope I'm clear about that. Varun is asking, sir, I have applied for BDES in transportation design at UID. What should I include in your portfolio? So whatever is coming under that STEP, right? Skills, technical know-how, execution, and passion. You can all put it in the portfolio. Avoid repetitive work, like if you are good at photography, सारी photography मत डालो। जो भी डिसिप्लिन रिलेटेड चीजें हैं, राइट? आप अगर ऑटोमोबाइल डिजाइन के लिए अप्लाई कर रहे हो तो ऑटोमोबाइल डिजाइन रिलेटेड चीजों को पहले डालो, ओके, एंड देन एंड में आप मिसलेनियस एक्टिविटीज डालो। जैसे आपको अगर कोई स्किल आता है, जैसे फोटोग्राफी में आप बहुत अच्छे हो, 3D मॉडलिंग में बहुत बहुत अच्छे हो, आपको ट्रैवलिंग पसंद है, मोटरसाइकिल राइड्स पे जाना पसंद है, ऑल दोस थिंग्स, वो सब मिसलेनियस स्किल्स में आ जाएगा, ठीक है? हर्षिता इज सिचुएशन टेस्ट, एमआईटी उज्जैन। एमआईटी उज्जैन के बारे में मैंने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले बात की। सिचुएशन टेस्ट बेसिकली वो भी मैंने कवर कर लिया। रोहित is asking, how are the pay scales and design field? It's pretty decent. You can think about as a designer, sorry, engineer से थोड़ा सा ज्यादा होगा. That's what I can say. Okay, so your salaries will be better than engineers. Varun is asking, sir, yes, Varun, let me know if you are willing to volunteer for the group. Faizan is saying, oh, Faizan is saying, okay, you'll work. Okay, so Faizan and Akshit, okay, you have already volunteered. Perfect. So Faizan and Akshit, please ping me on Instagram. Okay, so we'll get in touch with in a better manner. Raghiv is already there. So Raghiv, Faizan, and Akshit will create a group. Okay, and we'll figure out how to go ahead with this, you know, WhatsApp group. Samiksha is asking, sir, I'm interested in both arts and design, but my aim is design. Due to personal issue, I want to stay in my city for 4 years. After that, I can pursue my design education. Okay, fine. If that is the constraint, then it's fine. But during your art uh, education, keep figuring out, keep learning, keep exploring about designing. So that should help you more. Faizan is saying, thank you, sir, for replying my question on research. But, sir, I saw some of the growing brands in lifestyle accessories. They are selling their products. So, sir, if I also want to start an accessory brand, then how? Accessory brand, अगर आपके पास कुछ product होगा अच्छा, तो आप उसको एक ई कॉमर्स की तरह बना सकते हो और उसको सेल कर सकते हो। ही इज ऑल्सो आस्किंग, कैन आई नो द ऑडियंस नीड दैट दे नीड दिस काइंड ऑफ डिजाइन? सो एक्चुअली कोई भी प्रोडक्ट, कोई भी बिजनेस एक रिसर्च से स्टार्ट होता है। तो रिसर्च में आपको क्या करना है कि रिसर्च में प्रोडक्ट की डिमांड है कि नहीं वो फिगर आउट करनी है। तो इसके लिए व्हाट कैन यू डू इज, लेट्स से इफ यू वांट टू मेक okay, if you have an idea of a purse, let's say, that's the, or backpack, let's say. अ ट्रैवल बैकपैक, यू वांट टू क्रिएट अ कंपनी अराउंड इट। तो आप इसका रिसर्च कैसे करोगे? आप रिसर्च में पहले ये देखो कि ट्रैवल बैकपैक कौन-कौन बनाता है। यू विल गेट बंच ऑफ कंपनीज। अब सारी कंपनीज में बहुत अलग-अलग टाइप के प्रोडक्ट्स होंगे। देयर यू नीड टू सी कि सारे डिजाइन्स कितने अलग है एक दूसरे से और इनमें प्रॉब्लम्स क्या है। नाउ प्रॉब्लम्स का आपको पता कैसे चलेगा? आप यूजर रिसर्च करोगे। तो आप किसी कस्टमर को जाके पूछोगे, आप खुद के एक्सपीरियंसेस को नोटिस करोगे कि आपने लेट्स से वाइल्ड क्राफ्ट का मैंने एक बैकपैक लिया था बट उसमें ये प्रॉब्लम्स थे। तो ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने वाली कोई कंपनी है क्या? अच्छा ये कंपनी है, तो लेट्स सी उस उनके प्रोडक्ट्स में कोई कमी है क्या? ऐसे-ऐसे करते-करते व्हेन यू विल अराइव एट अ पॉइंट वेयर यू विल से कि अरे! ये प्रॉब्लम तो सारी बैग्स में है बट कोई इसको टारगेट ही नहीं कर रहा है। देन उस प्रॉब्लम को लेके यू विल स्टार्ट योर प्रोडक्ट डिजाइनिंग। वंस यू हैव दैट प्रोडक्ट रेडी, देन you will create a brand around it. You will create a website around it. Then you will start targeting those customers who are looking for this kind of bag, and that's how demand and supply will be met and you will have a successful business. Okay. Mira is asking, hello sir, I am preparing for CPDM IISc. Okay. I would appreciate suggestions and pointers for regarding the portfolio and interview process. I think we have already talked about all those things. I think simply putting, I think it's at the end, it's STEP, skills, technical know-how, execution capabilities and passion. ये चारों को कंबाइन करके जो भी आप कर सकते हो, वो सब आपके पोर्टफोलियो में डाल दो। जस्ट मेक श्योर कि पोर्टफोलियो 40-50 पेज के ऊपर नहीं होना चाहिए। पोर्टफोलियो में बहुत सारा रिपीटेटिव मटेरियल नहीं होना चाहिए। इट शुड शोकेस अ गुड यू नो वैरायटी एंड यू नो variety in your work. It should show the kind of capabilities you have, the kind of potential you have as a designer, right? All those things you need to put there. Akshit is asking scholarship for person with disabilities. Yes, रहता है. There are scholarships. अगर आपको इसके बारे में अगर जानना है ना तो कोई भी कॉलेज के कस्टमर केयर को आप फोन कर दो एंड आस्क देम कि स्कॉलरशिप में क्या क्या है। मोस्ट प्रोबेबली वेबसाइट पे भी कहीं मेंशन होगा बट अगर नहीं होगा तो यू कॉल देम एंड चेक। Johnny Sins. Okay, who is this guy? He's saying hi. Okay, then LB Studio. Can you give your insight on Anant National University for BDES? Anant National University, if I'm not wrong, it's in Ahmedabad. I haven't been there myself, but I have heard about this college. It's a new college, if I am correct, if I remember correctly. It's a new college. So all these new colleges, no, they fall in the same level of quality, राइट? सो एक बार ना कॉलेज जाके देखो और कॉलेज का कोई अलुमनाई अगर आपको मिलता है ना लिंक्डइन पे उसको डायरेक्टली पूछो। आई थिंक दोज गाइस will give you a better honest picture about how that college is, right? Okay, Raghib is asking, Saket, do automobile designer only design automobile or other products too, if they want? Yes, yes, they do other products. But at the end of the day, these fields are so vast that every field is having its own expert. Like, for example, I am a motorcycle designer, right? Of course, if given a chance, I can do cars, I can do interiors, I can do product design, but my main forte lies into motorcycle design. So I am growing as a motorcycle designer, but at the same time, I can also do UI UX. I can design speedometers. I can design products. I can do sketching of all those. I can sketch cars. All those things I can do, but my expertise lies in the like that's where my experience and my strengths will be respected more. So that's how I'm growing there. So you can do, but at the end of the day, you will have to figure out what is your expertise. Samiksha is asking, I want to go to product designing after completing my applied hours. What should I do? Prepare for MS, MDes. Of course, you should prepare for MDes. अगर आपको प्रोडक्ट डिजाइन करनी है तो अभी से प्रोडक्ट डिजाइन कुछ कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स ले लो जो अप्लाइड आर्ट के साथ साथ आप करोगे। What is the difference between UI UX design and graphic design? See, graphic design is a bigger umbrella. UI UX design is a part of it. So UI UX design came in last decade or something like that. Since we went to this digital revolution, where we had these screen products and all those things basically. जहाँ पे एक user interface, when I'm talking to you, this is an interface. So I'm interfacing with the mobile in front of me. So that user interface, the kind of experience I am gonna have here, I can see your comments, I can see myself, all those things, I can see all the necessary information. So ये सारा जो experience है ना, ये सब डिजाइन करने के लिए कुछ special skills चाहिए होती है under graphic designing. So graphic design is a bigger umbrella. UI UX is like a subset of it, right? Okay, I think we are done with more all the questions. Thank you so much, everyone. We are again exceeded our time as usual. Varun is saying thank you for creating WhatsApp community. I will create. Um if I remember correctly, Faizan and Akshit, you're gonna contact me on Instagram. Raghib, you are already there. Uh, Again, thank you so much, guys. Okay, I hope this session was useful. Please, please, please let me know. Once I upload this session, if you want me to support or help, or if you feel that because I have provided some value to you, you need to do something for me. So just put this video on your story, okay, so that we'll get more and more aspiring designers on this live session, right? So again, thank you so much. You have a good, wonderful week ahead. Good night, and I hope to see you soon next week. Bye bye.